Most AI models that you see online are broke, and 99% of them fail. But it's not the business model that's broken, it's the actual system behind them. So what I'm going to do today is break down exactly what makes a bad model and what makes a good model. Therefore, you know exactly what steps to take to be able to succeed within this business. Mistake number one is there is no actual defined persona behind a lot of these models. Most of them are just pictures on a screen. There's no personality, there's no lifestyle, there's no videos on their page, they look cartoon. All of this kind of stuff is going to build up to not having the correct persona behind them. If you think from a customer's perspective, why would you subscribe to someone or spend money on someone to talk to them if you don't know anything about them, or if you don't know their interests, or if you don't know anything like this? When you think of our target audience, they need a talking point to be able to talk to chicks, right? They don't know how to do it. What they need is a subject to follow down and to be able to like, not just to subscribe, but also to be able to talk to the model. You need a persona, whether that be something to do with an interest such as chess, or whether that be something to do with the fact that they're shy. This is going to build up a certain rapport with customers to then be able to funnel to your subscription platform. Now, mistake number two is poor quality visuals. Now, this is bad for two reasons. Number one, it will actually perform very bad in the algorithms. Now, platforms such as Instagram will punish you for having poor quality content. If you have content that is in 480p versus someone who has 4K images on their page, they are always going to outperform in the algorithm as a whole. Not just because of the quality and because Instagram is punishing them, but also because of number two, is because people cannot relate as much. If you have a model that looks like a cartoon, like this one on the screen right now, versus if you have a model that looks very, very realistic, like this one on the screen right now, people may not be able to tell whether it's AI or whether it's real. They're obviously going to prefer the one that looks real. Even though you're going to disclose that it's AI anyway, they will be able to relate more heavily with the one that looks real, purely because of the fact that there is a very slim chance that this model exists in their heads. Now, number three is a poor content strategy. Again, this has 2 points to it. So point number one will be a low consistency. This comes down to pure laziness. If you're just posting once per day, or even once per week, I see some models do, this is not enough to be able to gain that original traction and virality. You need to be putting the effort in and posting 3 to 5 times per day on your social platforms. And number two is just the unoriginal dancing or random pictures as reels with viral or even non-viral trends behind them is what I see very often. You want to be getting creative with your strategies. What's not going to go viral is what's worked for the past year on, hundreds of models. What is going to go viral is an original piece of content that people go, wow, never seen that before. For example, have you seen AI models reacting to content? This is a very common thing that your OF models may do. However, AI models doing it, pretty much unheard of. POV content, Omegle clips. These are the type of things that are creative enough for people to actually stay, get retention, and for that content to go viral. If you're just posting a random clip of a model dancing out of tune to the song that's behind her, that's not going to go viral, especially if the content is poor quality in the first place. Now, mistake number four is having either no funnel or a very poor funnel. I've seen pages on Instagram who literally do not have a link in their bio and they're complaining about conversion. This is ridiculous. Obviously, if customers, very low IQ customers, may I add, are trying to funnel somewhere and they have to type in a URL or go find it themselves, it's not going to happen. These are very lazy, very stupid people. You have to guide them towards a funnel so that they fall into that funnel and so that they can pay for your content. Now, when you do have a funnel in place, no direct links. Do not have a direct link to the subscription platform. Instagram or other social media platforms will ban you for this. Number two, nothing else on your link. So when you do have a link tree, when you do have a link in bio, a beacons.ai, whatever you have, one link, one singular link to your subscription platform. No buy me a coffee link, no link to the TikTok page, no link to the Reddit page. This is going to distract people and also give them kind of an excuse to not funnel to that page. So having a direct funnel is always going to help. Make it aesthetic, put pictures of the model, provocative images, whatever you want to put, and make sure that that funnels directly to the subscription platform. Mistake number 5 is people have no chatting system in place. Cool, you've just started. Yes, you're going to have to start out with chatting and sales by yourself. However, have your email notifications on. Have your fan view pinned on your iPhone. Do whatever you have to do, turn notifications on and make sure that you're the first one to get to any messages possible. Make sure you also have automated messages. Some people say that this comes off as robotic. However, don't put a robotic message is what I'll say. No need to have paragraphs and paragraphs of text begging them to stay and begging them to chat to you with loads of emojis. A simple question is normally enough for them to respond to that and answer. Remember, on FanView, it comes up as almost like a message feature on an iPhone. You see that there's a notification on the chat box button on FanView, so they know that they've got a message from an actual female. And then when you do get enough customers so that you cannot handle that all yourself, a lot of people still try to handle that all of themselves. You need to outsource, whether that be hiring your own chatting team or hiring a chatting agency such as mine, Chatterlink. You need to outsource this as soon as you can and as soon as it makes sense to do so, because this is your most important step of your funnel. Mistake number 6 is having no retention strategy. Cool, you can get someone into your page, you can drain them of money, whatever, that's cool. But you want them to stick around. So you just have them come in, drain as much money as possible, and then just bin them off, stop talking to them once that's happened. You need to treat them as if they are human, even though they're not. And you need to be able to build a solid relationship and foundations with that person so that they are going to keep coming back to that model. Remember, once they have built a relationship with that person, they've never done this before in their lives. If you then demand money or command it from them in, a playful way, there's no way that they are going to be able to stop talking to you. They will then be forced to buy that content. It's very much as simple as that. So this was mistakes to avoid and exactly how to improve them. I see these mistakes all the time. I've just covered them all. Do not make these same mistakes that people constantly make when building an AI model. But if you did enjoy, I teach this for free all over the channel. Please go check out all the videos on here and get as much free value as possible. Or if you think you've watched enough, or you just want a chronologically ordered course that's going to teach you exactly how to make AI models, how to then market them, and how to sell their content online so you can make 5 figures, 6 figures a month online, go to the description. I have a $47 course that comes with a community full of people doing this exact business model.